Welcome to a Labor Day edition of Black Opinions Matter, motherfucker. My name is Amin El Hassan. I'm joined as always by Black Trey, Big Jerv. We've got a lovely show for you today. I feel like we did this whole like, hey, what's your favorite grilling foods thing before, but shit, we might revisit it. We also got the latest episode of Power, and right on time. Mwah! Jerv, I feel like we got too comfortable last week. Like, it's actually not bad. Then niggas like, oh, a word. They gave us the power people's elbow. It hit me from all sides. I was like, shit, man. All right, I get it. Y'all are power. Also, we're gonna ask a very important question about your friend. If you have a friend who raps, not professionally, like just someone who getting into and sends you their music, how do you process that, right? Also, Trey went to Philly for the Made in America Festival. We'll get Trey's thoughts on that. But first, www.patreon.com/countthedings. That's where you go for all of your extra exclusive content, like the Overflow episodes where we're reviewing Game of Thrones, like the watch-alongs. Shout out to everyone who checked in for the watch-along last week with me and Zach and Maze, where we rewatched The Poison Rose. Another one coming soon for the movie side. We got the NFL starting this weekend, so we're going to start doing them watch-alongs, the NFL Sundays. You don't want to miss it. There's so much more exclusive content coming your way via Patreon, www.patreon.com/countthedings. Before we get into show, I know there's been an issue in the city of Jackson, Mississippi, with the quality of drinking water being just horrendous, and a lot of questions about how the state and city government have been spending taxpayer funds where they're not able to provide just regular clean water. I mean, it's one thing to be like, oh, the water is contaminated. It's another thing like when you open your faucet and you see brown coming out the faucet. That's some shit I remember from Sudan. Like that's true third world level shit. But that to be happening in America is shameful. But Trey, I know you wanted to speak on this, so I'm gonna cede the floor to you.
Yeah, man. Thanks for sharing the space and allowing me to sneak this into the rundown. Obviously, Jackson, Mississippi is 83% Black. I thought it would be absolutely tone deaf for me to be asking motherfuckers, did they drink water today when we have a crisis in our own backyard? These people have no water to cook with, clean, to drink, to bathe, even trying to boil water at this particular point. That shit looks like black coffee. And like you mentioned, this is something that you would experience or if you've seen firsthand in a third world country. So, ideally, we've been helping out. We've been aggressive helping these other countries during the wars and things of that nature when we got our own problems in our backyard. Flint, Michigan is still dealing with lead in their water and, those situations. And that's been years. That has been years that, the water is still not being a right situation. And now here we are in a predominantly Black area of Jackson, Mississippi. And these folks don't have clean water to do what they need to do, the bare necessities. Schools are closed. It's getting to a point where they're doing bottled water giveaways and things of that nature at a time. And I was able to create an Amazon wish list for people to pretty much pick whatever water brand you want to send and let them disperse that way through the Jackson Community Center. Just because I just, obviously I don't know what to do with cash. I prefer you actually just send it that way.
Trey, do you or do we know anybody who's from Mississippi?
At this moment, no, I don't. I personally don't know anybody from Jackson or Mississippi. But I just been following it really close. And I know it's continued and not saying that people haven't been, not been helping or doing these things, but it needs more. I mean, it's only so much you can do. And obviously this is a very, the time of the month where it's very humid. And again, there's so many things to come into play when you really think about it. So yeah, man, I thought I would just want to, shout awareness towards that. And, if you do find any organization or anybody that's actually out there contributing, find a way to, assist our brothers and sisters out in Jackson, Mississippi.
Yeah, man. I'm reminded of like when um obviously when the Flint thing went down, Rasheed Wallace was going like regularly renting out like these U-Haul trucks, stacking them with water from like Costco, and then just driving out and handing out water to people. And um like I'm thinking about like, is there anything, if I knew someone there on the ground, I wouldn't mind like trying to get something done in that regard, where can help people out. Just, like I said, just giving out water, man. That's kind of crazy. It feels like, it doesn't feel like it is. It's a basic human right. It's a basic human right. The right to clean water. That's some shit that everyone should have, no matter how poor you are, no matter how downtrodden. And Trey, you're right, man. Like, I was watching this show on Netflix called The G Word. It's by this dude named Adam Conover. He used to have this show called Adam Ruins Everything. It was a really funny and fun show that kind of exposed a lot of stuff. It was on True TV. So now he's got his own show on Netflix called The G Word. It's about like the role of government and like how they control things, and how like in some cases we need them to step up. And he's talking about like the idea that, for instance, FEMA is just a disaster because it's a bunch of different entities that have no kind of direction. And so that's why and by the way, they're also very, very politically heavy, meaning the states and the constituents that like support the people who are in charge get the quickest responses and the best responses. And the ones that don't, the ones maybe that don't have a tax base to support in a way that, is meaningful, they get kind of shit on and pushed to the back of the line. And that's how like somewhere like New Orleans can have what happened to it, where they actually ran a simulation in 2004 about what happens if a hurricane hits New Orleans and what happens with the levees. They knew, and they did nothing because the right hands weren't greased. So I'm gonna do some thinking. I'm gonna try and do something. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't even say this on air because I don't know the first place to start. But I think that there's something that can be done there just to help the people out. And maybe it's as simple as what Trey's talking about. Trey, what's that Amazon link?
So I have the link pinned to my Twitter account, and then people can go there and obviously put their own name and information in there, and listed below is the address and things of that nature. So they can contribute that way. I think it's a little bit better because at first I was thinking like, oh, ask my followers for $1, and then I would go do it. And I'm like, that's very overwhelming. And then also money, just dealing with money is weird because people always are like, what's going on with the money? You know what I mean? And I didn't.
But yeah, because you don't know where the money. That's a tough thing. It's like you don't know where the money's going.
I'm just saying. Well, I wasn't going to send it to nobody. I was going to buy.
Buy water.
Stuff. I was just going to buy water and just ship it out every time. And
got it.
Hey, I had this number of money, but like I didn't want to deal with the process of like GoFundMe. I didn't want to deal with the other stuff like these other entities of Cash App and Venmo, and I just was like, as a teacher, I used to do teacher wish lists, where you don't have to deal with the money. People just buy and send what they want, and I thought that like, hey, I'm gonna just list these specific 24-pack, 18-pack water bottles for whatever selective company you want to support, and do it that way. Now, if you don't want to support Amazon, because I do know people that are very anti-Amazon, anti-Bezos, want to put money into smaller businesses, I can give you my Venmo and I'll just order it if it's that personal,
I
because
mean, like,
I do know some people that's like that. So
yeah, I mean, I would think that in this case, given that that's probably the fastest, most efficient way to get people the help they need, you can put your principles aside about like helping Jeff Bezos for like one time.
For one time, right?
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, do you have an easier way to get these people water? No. All right, then. Like, like let's not lose sight of what's important here. Not your principles. What's important is that these people have an ability to live, man, to get access to an unalienable human right. All right. Let's move on. We get the point. Again, the link is in Trey's Twitter bio. It's an Amazon Smile link. So basically you click on that, you order the water, it gets sent down there to the people of Jackson, Mississippi. Shout out to Trey for hooking that up. The big news, I guess, is that you were in Philly, Trey. I was following on in the group chat. You sitting up with Jerv and getting all things lined up, and I'm gonna be here. This and which cheesesteak place do I want to go to? Can I Uber eat it? Da da da. So, Trey, you did 24 hours, or you just did a day trip? You went down there and left right after.
I did 20 hours to be exact.
Okay.
So, I never, I had a friend that was like, "Yo, Made in America's going on. This is the lineup. I got you all access pass if you can just get here." So I'm like, what would be the easiest way? Should I fly? And I always know Jerv's always talking about Amtrak. So I was like, let me just get on the train, or you can do the bus, but I got on the train. Yeah. And I did the train, smooth ass ride, got me there in an hour 30. Couldn't believe it. Love the East Coast for that. I get there and I reach out to Jerv. First I hit the chat. I'm like, "Yo, Jerv, I'm gonna be in the city. I want to tap in. I don't want you to be pressing me like Waz, saying, oh, you was in my city, you didn't say anything." And then now he has this like fake ass mad attitude with me because I didn't tap in, or I'm supposed to be his brother and I didn't do all this other shit. So I knew I had time to spare. The first act doesn't go on until about 2:45, the one I actually wanted to see, which was Babyface Ray. So I got in 10:30, but Jerv, the responsible father that he is, he had his kid this week. So he still found time in his busy schedule to grab me a Philly cheesesteak, and he delivered it to my hotel.
Oh, wow. That's really nice, Jerv.
Thank you. I'm a nice guy. I'm a nice guy, man.
I don't know, man. Like I never got shit delivered. Delivered nothing. You know what I'm saying?
That's because I don't find out you're in Philly until I look at your fucking Instagram handle and I see that you're at the fucking center, and I'm like, "Yo," and you're like, "Oh shit, I'm out in like 30 minutes." So
dog, I did the opposite of what Trey did. I came in, I was there for as long as I needed to be there, and then I literally left. It was halftime of the Lakers-Sixers game the night before Kobe died. And I was like,
that's a big one.
We did our shit. Okay, cool. Let me go because I gotta catch this train back to New York. Be back by midnight in New York City. I didn't even have bags on me, bro.
I was 10. I didn't come with no bags either. I literally just showed up how it came as I was, right?
Nigga, how did you brush your teeth?
I mean, I had like a tote, like a little small ass.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. That's part of.
Come on, Amin. You know the tote bag is always on my man's side, yo. Although he did not have the tote bag with him when we met up.
It was in my pocket. It was just that small.
What's it in your pocket for? Like, see, whatever. Like,
I mean, you seen the pants I was wearing though. They're like really.
Oh, he had cargo. My man had the baggy cargos.
They were like utility. So like,
are they back?
Were like really...
Is that back, Trey, or are you on the cutting edge of that coming back?
No, it's
or is
back.
That's back?
It's been back, yeah.
Yeah.
But
I won't fall for it. I feel like that's just a banana in the tailpipe. Like, so y'all saying this shit cool now? Like,
no, it's cool, bro. It was straight. So
because them shorts and them pants, they like, come on, coach. They ready to get back in the game.
So Jerv gives me like the whole rundown, right? Because I've never been to Philly. This is my first time in Philly too. By the way.
Really? Oh
Yeah.
wow.
So he's like, "Yo,
I was shocked myself.
Where you gonna be at? It's walking distance from the Amtrak." So I mob because I actually wanted to see the city anyway. So I'm walking. I get a little viewpoint. I take a little picture. I tag all my Philly people. Like, check in. You know what I mean? Like, I'm here. Even though people don't live there no more. I'm just like, I'm here. You know what I'm saying?
Niggas
and
in
the
LA
funniest
like,
person,
oh, crazy.
the funniest person was AO. Because he's like, why are you there, nigga?
What a
like,
question.
yeah, it was like, why are you there, nigga? Like, why?
Oh, you muted yourself.
My bad. I got too excited.
Yeah.
Phone landed on my mouse. But he's like, why are you here, nigga? And I was like, made in America. He's like, oh, yeah, fuck that shit. Of course, in AO's fashion, he's just grumpy old man now. So Jerv was like, yo, I can, I got a little small window. I can go to De La Sandro's and grab you a cheesesteak. You like, are you not messing with red meat? Or are you doing chicken? He's giving me all the options, right? Just to be like, to get the best experience. I said, Jerv, order it. How niggas is going to market it, because I know I'm going to talk about this on the pod, and if it's trash, I'm going to kill it, right?
Uh-huh.
So he shows up. He's downstairs in the lobby waiting. I meet him. I record. Hey, look who it is. Jerv, typical Jerv smiles. But Jerv puts it in the best situation possible. He brings his bag. It has a paper plate. It has condiments. It had ketchup. It had mayo. It had the little spicy mustard. All these type of condiments. And I unraveled it. I only left off. I gave it a 9.5 out of 10. I left the 0.5 because it was hella greasy. But
come on, bro. No, hold on.
Wait, hold on. For the record, let me just make it clear. The one I got you was from Larry's. The other one you got was from De La Sandro's. Yeah, Larry's that's Kobe's spot or whatever. That's the West Philly spot. So if you grew up anywhere on West Philly-ish,
so I got
Lower Marion, you got yours is from Larry's. Yeah.
Damn. All right. Sorry, y'all. If y'all see me post De La Sandro's, but still support them.
Oh, that was the same one?
Huh?
That was the same one. I thought somebody came and brought you another cheesesteak from De La Sandro's.
That was the same one.
Oh yeah, bro. That was from Larry's.
All right, yo. So I'm false flagging. That was Larry's, but I still like Larry's. It was pretty good. Shouts to Jerv bringing that through. So I had my experience. It also kind of reminded me of chopped cheese, except it's not same shit. Feel me? Cool. Whatever y'all want to brag on. Good
chopped
though.
Chopped cheese reminds you of a cheesesteak, brother. That's the proper way to say it.
Sure. I mean, it's just Subway to me in my head.
Subway, damn, this nigga said Subway.
No, bro, not Subway.
I mean, look, it's on a bread. Like, that's what we eat, bro. We ain't eating that shit back west. So, it was good. The spices, they seasoned it really well. I enjoyed it. Yeah, and that was it. I dapped up Jerv. Jerv had to slide.
So, okay, hold on. But, like, I'm still stuck on you saying, oh, but it's greasy. Nigga, it's a cheesesteak. It's supposed to be greasy. If it ain't greasy,
I don't know.
Then there's some... Nah,
yeah.
I mean, we don't eat that shit over... We don't eat that back at the crib. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's nobody trying to impersonate me. Like,
dog, that's like saying I got sushi. It was a 9.5 out of 10, but the half all because it smelled kind of fishy. Nigga, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what
cheesesteak is a rather greasy item. It's
sure.
That's like there's no such thing as a non-greasy cheesesteak. If you have one, it's dry as fuck and it's gonna be trash.
Look, and
if you remember that Will Smith, what was it? The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air episode. They extremely exaggerated, but when what's his name? Don Cheadle came from Philly or whatever. He bought him the cheesesteak and the bag was damn near see-through or whatever. Yeah. Like that's an exaggeration, but yeah, 100%. Like if somebody brings you a cheesesteak and it's not like somewhat greasy or whatever, just throw the whole shit away, bro. That's not a cheesesteak.
Again, this is something I don't consume as greasy foods anymore at my age now. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't
live a little, nigga. Live a little, all right?
Bro, You talk about a nigga who ate chili cheese pastrami fries back in the day and played a full fucking basketball game.
Pastrami's trash. I hate pastrami, yo.
Hold on, brother, let me get you some of these right here. Sponsored by Zantac. Your boy's on the pills.
So yeah, I've always been eating like them crazy shits, patty melts that been greasy, all kind of shit, right? So it just threw me off because it's but overall it was good. Jerv ends up leaving. I end up going with my pass, and first act I see is Babyface Ray. I'm surrounded by all these white kids. They don't know who Babyface Ray is. They're only here to see Tyler the Creator.
Nigga, I don't know who Babyface Ray is. I'm sorry.
He's from Detroit. He's from Detroit, right?
We're not gonna make this about white people.
No, but I will say this, right? He is a hot rapper, not the best rapper. So we separate hot from best.
What's his big single? Like
Paperwork Party. Like Hove has him on, and that's a thing. I don't know if fucking Hove know these niggas. Because Hove be putting these niggas on their playlist. And he's all on that shit. He's like 5 songs. And I'm like, oh, okay, Hove listens to actually Babyface Ray. Cool. And I'm like, Babyface Ray is one pop feature from actually going into the mainstream. Like, somebody's going to throw him on a track that doesn't make sense, and he's still going to be talking about his bullshit, but, like, the labels are going to probably be label mates and just put him on a track. Like, the Baby and Dua Lipa or some shit. You feel me?
Yeah, this track has Jack Harlow on it. I don't know if Jack Harlow is big enough in his own right for him to start putting other people. Like, is that enough for
I think they're kind of like, obviously Jack Harlow is a bigger artist, but I think they came up at the same time, and like people are slowly, like the hood know Ray, because Ray be talking about Ray gonna take responsibility for everybody wearing gallery department. You know what I'm saying? The clothing brand. So he like, yeah, gallery department, gallery department. Like he one of them dudes that just already feel like he established in the streets. But for him to be performing
was that a
at
song?
festival, yes.
Oh, okay.
I mean, but gallery departments are like clothing line.
No. I know the clothing line.
Yeah, but he the nigga that influenced a lot of motherfuckers for wearing it.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, long story short, these kids don't know. I'm hyped, but they're like kind of, and that's the funny thing about it. I think they catch the YouTube algorithm like, oh, I think I know this song, because they did the same thing with Larry June, right? Larry June's performing. He's trying to turn up. He like, yeah, I'm from a little place called Tracy, California. Da 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 da. And motherfuckers just looking like, and I'm the only person. It's probably me and like 7 other black people going crazy for this shit, right? So then Smoothies in 1991 comes on, and then everybody runs to the stage. So they only know those one songs.
Real quick, I just pulled up Paperwork Party for a little bit. This nigga got, maybe I'm just old, but I don't like those flows where the guys kind of sound off rhythm.
Mm-hmm.
Not sleepy, off rhythm.
Silk the Shocker.
Yeah, like it's not Silk the Shocker.
That's Detroit rap.
Not Silk the Shocker was all over the place. This is like almost
the beat is fast.
Like he's faster than the beat. Like he rhyming a little faster.
That's Detroit rap in general. Except Bodie James. Bodie James is the only one who be like, where we at? Like he sounds really.
I fuck with Bodie.
Bodie hard though, but Bodie got like Alchemist beats. He got beats that's like with the horns and shit, and he's trying to talk that. I looked out my Cartier and then I shot him. Like that's how Bodie a rap. Bodie say some shit like that. Ray, Baby Tron, T Grizzly. Them niggas got very fast.
Jerv's like me. I'm like, I know that one. I feel like Captain America. I got that reference.
So those very fast BPMs, that's what Detroit rappers rap on. The beat be going in fast and they just be talking. And
like it sounds like they're talking instead of rapping. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But they saying some shit. They saying some cool shit. It's not bars. It's just shit. It's just like it's lifestyle rap.
I guess like to me, when I think of new rappers, new hip hop, not like niggas like Griselda that like rhyme, even though they're newer, they rhyme like our generation. When I think about new generation, like it comes down to like 3 different, maybe it's more, but like to me in my mind, there's 3 different style patterns, right? There's the Migos, like right, Then there's like the Kodak, right? And then there's like this shit where it sounds like a nigga just talking.
Mhm.
That is by far my least favorite. Like I'm like, yo,
and I'm sure.
I need you to ride that beat. Pause if necessary. I need you to ride that beat.
And it's such a. I mean, obviously, you never want to just show up and be a fan and actually watch other performers. But I think it would have been helpful for guys like Larry June and Babyface Ray to watch a Pusha T, because Pusha T was like a performer. Like the nigga knows how to. All right, bong.
Right.
Okay, I'm gonna walk over here. Bong. Okay, I'm not gonna rap. I'm gonna let y'all sing.
Yeah,
and then I'm gonna do this. They haven't got that cadence yet.
What time were they on? I'm sorry. What time were they on?
3, like 2:45.
That's generally at festival times. That's the time where it's like, all right,
it's spotty.
You know, yeah.
You got the kids still trying to go get their food. People trying to buy their alcohol, and then you got like maybe 120 to 340 in those little pockets of area. And like, again, not saying that they really weren't fucking with it. They just don't know the music. This shit was predominantly white. And I'm like, okay. And I'm looking around and I'm like, I'm by far one of the oldest people here. Right. And if there were adults, they were like young adults. So they're like 24 to 27. Right. And I'm just like really just trying to enjoy myself. Right. But you got 2 different stages diagonal, and you got this big, large area. Then you got one of the like smaller artists performing at the beginning of the general admission. Like that shit only holds maybe 500 people, you know? But then you get into, you get to the mega stars where you got Lil Uzi Vert from Philly. Uzi is doing some shit where he got 2 Lambos on his set. He's screaming. Lights is different. You know what I'm saying? The money's actually invested into that shit. And he really like, I got a 45-minute set. Then the main act is Tyler, the Creator. Where you can't even it's a sea of people. It's a sea of people. I'm just like, I'm gonna just watch from the fucking monitor because I'm not about to be in that, for one. It's not enjoyable being shoulder to shoulder with somebody. And cool, I've seen this man perform about 5 times now in his 10-year career. You know what I'm saying? And obviously the budget's getting up. I don't even know what type of bag he getting for that at this particular time to be a headliner. So overall experience, being at a festival from 11:30 a.m. to 11:30 at night was very taxing. I didn't like my choice of shoes. I didn't like that there's...
Wait, what'd you wear?
I wore some slip-on Vans, right?
Okay. Not good festival shoes?
No, I'm flat-footed. And it's not about comfort because I use shit, but I looked at my health app, I had 24,000 steps walked.
Yeah, man. That's festival life, bro.
And it's like, oh, I'm trying to go watch him. I'm trying to watch him. Okay, I'm watching him. I'm hungry. I got to go pee. You look at 9 hours of walking, there's no benches. People are laying on the grass. People are drunk. There's a line for everything. Luckily, I had a pass, so I could skip through a lot of shit.
Yeah,
but
dude, I like Dreamville Fest. I was like, I don't know what I would do without this wristband. I would be like, I would just give up, man, because it's just so everything is a weight. Everything is a million people, unless you got access to get to like shorter lines or areas where it's a little bit exclusive. Or whatever.
Yeah, I could get to a part where there was a little air conditioning. There's a chair. Oh, I ain't like 2 hours. I'm chilling. Like because they had those little lounges for like talent and friends and shit. So I'll just be in there like, all right, cool. I'm gonna pop back out, and I pop back out like, I really wanted to check out Jid. Jid performed at 5:15. I'm like, all right, cool. And then all right, Toro Moa's performing, and then such and such. So I was like, overall, I thought the festival in general, that was my very first festival and my last festival. I enjoyed it, but I'm just too old for that shit.
You know what's funny? I told you, we talked about this. I did the very first Made in America.
Yeah.
And that was my first festival also, right? That was my first festival also. And I was out there, I got out there probably a little later than you. I want to say I got out there around like 2 because what's Rick Ross's group? What were they? What was not Slip and Slide, but the
Maybach music.
Talking about Triple
Maybach,
C.
yeah.
You talking
No,
about Triple C?
Maybach music. No, Maybach music.
MMG.
Yeah, when MMG was they had just dropped their first album, so Staley was there, Meek, you know what I'm saying? But like, I just like you, I wanted to see them, but it was wild watching Rick Ross, who at this point in time was becoming Rick Ross, like, you know, one of the top dudes in the game, but he sucked as a festival performer, because it's a big difference, like festival performing and event, like a place that you perform outside of like an arena.
Right,
it's really different.
It is very different.
And you know, I saw him, and then I saw I'm not even gonna say Hove, like, you know what I mean, because Hove is Hove and Ye was with him and Ye is Ye. But like watching D'Angelo, like this is when D'Angelo first popped back up on the scene. But D'Angelo had festival
Vanguard album.
Yeah. And he debuted the song at the thing, and everybody was just like, yo, that's what's up. Play Brown Sugar. Like we haven't
But that's what
we haven't seen you in 10, 15 years.
But that was, I mean, whether they seen you or not, that's what it was. You cannot debut B-sides. You can't debut new songs unless you're like the headline, right? Because at the end of the day, you look at it in a situation, Larry June had all these hits. And I'm like, I'm happy for him because I've seen him, Amin, at a hole in the wall in fucking downtown Phoenix, bro. Like, he performed at a strip club for like $15. Like,
for real?
$15 admissions. Like, Larry June did this, right? And this was 2019. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm like, I love the growth in like 3 years that you're doing a festival, but then you can't do B-sides. I'm like, I think you're kind of fooled. I think you're kind of fooled with LA and New York knowing you, but Philly don't know you.
But Trey, that, you know what that is? That's like the strength of the team around him.
Yeah.
Right? Like, that's your team got to be like, yo, this is I'm assuming it's his first festival.
I think he did like Rolling Loud or something like that.
But like either way, like let me put it this way, you still want them early acts on a festival day.
But also Rolling Louds are major cities. They're like LA,
but
Miami.
it's but beyond that, Trey, if you're doing a festival and
Philadelphia's a major city, just by
early,
I don't know what you're trying to say there.
Okay, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying like when you're an artist and you're creating things, you're going to pop on the two major cities like LA and New York radio wise. Like when you start to trickle down to DC, Philly, those pockets, you hit everything. Like Kendrick could do any show, type of shit.
But Kendrick can do that show. I don't think it's not because of the cities or whatever. It's because Kendrick has a catalog. Right, like, but that's what I'm saying. But I'm just saying, Cole has a catalog. He can do this shit and be like, you know what, I'm going to do shit from the warm up, and know there are going to be people here that fucking remember those songs and know those songs. This is a case of an artist. You're not there yet, bro. You still got to familiarize people with who the fuck you are.
And that's why I'm saying that Philly don't know who the fuck he is.
But I'm saying, like, at any festival, like if it's not your show, like literally, like I'm playing celebrity theater or whatever, then you got to always approach, like if he were on tour and he's opening, let's say he opens for, I don't know who the fuck, you know, whatever, like Kendrick, let's say Kendrick's next tour, whatever, he's opening on it, right? Nigga, you're opening, you got like 3 songs at bat, you got to give them your fucking, the shit that everyone's gonna know and feel good about. Because otherwise, you rapping to 6 niggas in the front wearing backpacks and shit, man.
Yeah, I mean, it was crazy because I looked at it like the songs that he did choose in certain cities, they would fuck with it. Because I watched him do, what's the shit, Pier 17? Sold that out in New York and did that. Performing that same set.
Pier 17, Pier 17 holds like 40 people.
No, it don't.
That fucking rooftop shit?
Yeah.
It's not that big, bro.
Bro, I seen and I'm embarrassed to say this. I seen Machine Gun Kelly do this shit.
Excuse me, you saw who?
And Don Toliver. It's bigger.
No. Don Toliver is all. You saw Machine Gun Kelly.
Yes.
Hold on. We just not. How does this come about? Like we're just not going to breeze past that.
Hey, we're no redirect around here, Trey.
Like you just not going to drop that in.
Nigga, you should have just said Don Toliver, and then we could have.
So I seen him with my clients with Budweiser.
It was a work thing. They made me do it.
But to the job right under the bus.
You know what's crazy? But you know what's crazy? I didn't hate it. I thought I would. I went in hating it. Like, nah, I wasn't gonna have a good time. He's
rock and roll now, right? Or alternative or whatever they call it.
But I was more shocked hearing his rap songs that he had with other artists that I didn't know. Because again, if you don't,
I'll be honest, I only know one song.
Bro, that nigga be winning awards and all kind of shit. But it was
I know,
crazy
but I just know one.
I'm seeing the amount of black people in this crowd, and I'm like, niggas paying for this? This is like
niggas paying for this.
It's a lot of money, bro.
I know. I see that look at Trey's face. You don't say that shit out loud, but you can just see it in his face, like y'all niggas looking around and shit.
If I had to look, it was to a point where I'm like, okay, cool, I get it. This motherfucker is filled up with people, but I had to Google Ticketmaster. I said, he getting this.
How much?
207.
No.
207. What?
No.
207,000.
No. 207.
7 a pop. You talking
about? $200 to see Machine Gun Kelly?
Exactly, motherfucker.
Was there any other acts?
No, just him.
Bro, I paid I paid damn near 200 to see.
Was Megan Fox there busting it wide open?
So
I might pay.
This is why I said, nigga, what? Huh? And my shit was free. And I'm still mad. My shit was free, and I was mad. I'm like, this nigga getting this? You know what I'm saying? And motherfuckers in there passing out, not like on some Michael Jackson shit. They just getting after it. They just drinking crazy. You know what I'm saying? Niggas get carried out. Like, excuse me. I'm like, damn.
Those aren't breath mints they're popping.
But to get back on the standpoint of like, yes, artists do need to know to perform the hits first. Go. Yeah. I'm mentoring Huey Brish right now, and I'm talking to him about shit. I said, bro, you're not there yet to be performing any new shit. Look at your streaming shit, top songs, and perform them 5.
Yep.
Yeah.
Until you make it. Perform them 5 that niggas can actually. All right, I know that one. Because that's how it was. Because
at the end of the day, Trey, like at this stage, these guys are still guests of someone else's. It ain't your house yet. You're a guest in the house. Like when it's your house, then you can start like, I'm gonna start doing, I'll do this, I'll do that. But until then, man, like again, it's your mission is to blow up, man. And you can't blow up.
It was so crazy. Even seeing he went through 4 songs, and until Smoothies in 1991 came on, that's when the kids turned around and start running towards the stage. The same thing would happen with Babyface Ray. The kids didn't start running to the stage till they heard Paperwork Party. The same thing, Tori Moa, who's one of my favorite artists. He performed his latest album. Nobody knows that until he performed a song that they knew. So again, you have to perform these songs that they know. Even Pusha was losing kids because everybody's like, oh, Kodak Black is about to come up.
I wanted to ask you about that. What did they say about that? Because I just saw it on the gram. Did he not perform?
So I left. So Push ended at 5 minutes before Kodak was supposed to start. So everybody started to make their way. It's a sea of kids, sea of people. And I'm like, oh, this nigga got this shit looking like college football, right? But his DJ comes on. Make some noise if you white. Make some noise if you ain't got no ass, but you got fat pussy. All right, I'm gonna play this song. All right, I'm gonna play. He had 45-minute set. The DJ should not have a 45-minute set.
Wait, the DJ had a 45-minute set?
He was not supposed to have this. It was supposed to be a warm-up of like maybe 5 to 10 minutes.
Man,
get them ready. Niggas is waiting, but they're patient. Sea of people. They're patient. They just ready to see act. Then all of a sudden you see Kodak Black, will not be performing. They start throwing shit. Kids getting hot. I was out the mix by then because I knew he wasn't going, I had got like a little birdie, like he not about to perform. Somebody heard me talking on the phone, was like, wait, what? And then they really turned up. It wasn't just him, though. Key Glock, same situation. No show. You know what I'm saying?
Can't be late, dog. I told you this.
And it's on time.
I told you that. I was like, yo, I've been to a couple festivals, and a lot of the festivals get on CP time. But this one right here, bro, if that act say it's going to be on at 2:45, maybe not 2:45, but by 2:50, the act is on.
That's the best shit about Dreamville, man. Them niggas don't fuck around with that shit. Not on the tour, not on the festival. Time is a time, and if you late, your shit gets cut, and if we're late as a result of you being late, that shit comes out of your check because everything is fucking over. The overages are crazy because everyone's union in all of these settings. So, but
especially
I got a question for you guys. Like we were talking before we started recording about Trey's got a buddy who's like dabbling in music. This isn't his career, but he just decided he want to do this shit. Like he want to try doing this shit, I guess. Not for a career, but just for fun. When your homeboy, who is not a rapper by trade or by like, this is what I'm going to do, like says, hey man, check my shit. How do you respond? Jerv, let me start with you because I can see it in your face. You already.
I hate when my friends try music. I don't like it because I know 9 times out of 10 you guys have a good feel of how I feel about stuff, and I already think that it's trash before I hit play. Like I know it's not good, right? Like I just know it's not good, and then when you back that up and make me right, puts me in this awkward position because I understand that this is something that you want to do or you're having fun with. But I don't want to. I got a homie that bought DJ equipment, not necessarily rapping, but it's DJ equipment. He bought DJ equipment, and he's like, "Yo, I'm about to DJ. I'm about to practice to this." So he practices, right? And he sends me like sets or whatever that he does. Mm-hmm. Hey man, if you want my honest opinion, I gotta give it to you. It's not good, bro. You know what I mean? It's just not good. Like that sounded terrible. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. It's not good.
So I got like, oh, did I freeze or no? All right, yo. So obviously, I have like the most famous example of this of all time, where fucking my cousin said, "Hey man, listen, Jermaine raps, right?" I'm like, "Word," and I listen to like, "Yo, this shit is great. Don't quit your day job, nigga. Like, stay in school." I said that about J. Cole. That's my. I said this shit was fire. This shit was fire, but I was just like, "Yo, who's a rapper? Who out here actually rapping for a living?" So, all right, nigga, stay in school, get an education. So that's one of my most infamous ones. But I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Most of the time, I just don't listen to it. Like if it gets sent in a group chat, I ignore it. If like I get tagged, I'm like, all right, I'll like it, but then I don't listen to it, man, because I don't know what it is, man. I think maybe it's funny. Am I a hater? I don't know. Like I just like Trey with your buddy, man. Like I would like the only reason I would listen to it literally is to be like Jerv, but even a worse version of Jerv. Like Jerv is just giving an honest opinion. I'll listen to this shit to clown. Because I've had that shit before. Like Bossa Nova, please. Right here. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And we're black. So yeah, so like I've had this experience before of having to sit in a car and listen to this shit and be like, and literally just turn around and like made jokes, man. Like we just fucking laughed about that shit. But Trey, I feel like Trey's more open-minded than either me or Jerv. Like Trey's gonna give everything a chance.
That is correct. Anything in life in general. If you want to be a dentist,
Trey,
go for it.
if Jerv at the end of this shit, by the way, Trey, I want you to check this out. Send you the SoundCloud of Big Jerv, the fucking freestyling over all Philly beats, over the What We Do Is Wrong, the flip side, and then fucking Oskino and Sparks and shit, like Better Love, like all this shit. Nigga just does the whole Philly freestyle shit. Trey, the link is there. It's in the BOMM chat. It's in the BOMM chat. The link is there.
So I'm gonna actually listen to it, but I don't think I can take Jerv serious. Just if I could remove the seriousness from it, I think it would be that way, because I don't think he would ever do it, just because I know his personality. But if I was in hypothetical situation, yes, I would listen to it. Now, I used to tell him, I'm sure you did, but it didn't work out.
No, not at all.
What if Jerv was nice too? Like fucking.
I mean, I would support it. I mean, listen.
What if it was nice, but it was nice like in a fucking 2002 style? Like,
look again. If he want to do it, I'm a supporting.
You would
like this is the thing.
You wouldn't say like Jerv. Nobody listening to no raps like this.
I wouldn't do him like that. No, because I get approached with that shit. Think about this: the same way how you felt about Cole, Kendrick. I would see them like all the time. Compton is, if you don't gangbang, you rap. That's crazy.
It's just funny. I just fucking thought about it. If you don't gangbang, it's like 7 of us, nigga. Like, like you gotta know each. Oh, that's the other nigga that don't gangbang.
It's a lot, bro. Because now niggas ain't for one, niggas don't make it like professionally. We got a handful of niggas cool to do sports, but rap, it's like a million ways to tell your story. So niggas be, hey, I'm really nice. Like, I remember the wildest shit I probably ever raised my eyebrow at was Soundwave. When Soundwave was like, yeah, I make beats.
From TDE?
Yeah, we went to high school together.
Oh, for real?
Nigga. Yeah, I'm like, you make beats, nigga. What? Like, that shit even sound.
It's the worst shit ever when you see them niggas like fucking blow up. It's like oh shit, man. Like I can never shake that initial interaction of like.
But the thing wasn't like a dismissive, but it just sounded
surprise.
Crazy.
It's a surprise, like, cause you like, I didn't know, like.
For one, niggas don't got computers, so for you to be the only nigga that got a computer.
Oh, this nigga's special. He got a fucking computer and shit.
You really serious about the shit? It's not like, oh, you're not gonna make it, but you got a computer, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I had everything as a kid. I never asked for a fucking computer. Like, like the
ignorant ass nigga. Like, I ain't no fucking nerd.
Nerd.
I mean, that's the biggest giveaway right there. Nigga got a fucking. I went over to this nigga house. Yeah, he got Jordan, but that nigga got a fucking computer in his house. Nigga, what the fuck? Of course he gonna go to college. That nerd ass nigga. But
that's crazy.
Realistically, I mean, it'd be so many niggas from around my way that tried to rap. I just was so shy about it because I tried to rap like.
Everybody did, man. Everybody had that. Everybody had that phase. Like, let me try this.
I had that point, but I was so shy about like, I used to have anxiety about remembering my songs. Like, I had like this.
Nigga, that was your anxiety?
No, because the thing was, I didn't know, for one, I didn't know how to like break up the bars. So nigga doing like fucking 50, 60 bars, nigga. Don't know hook, nothing. You just writing shit and you just like, all right, I'm gonna read it off this paper.
Hold on, before you go. Jerv, what was your biggest flaw as a rapper?
I just wasn't good. Like, I just
but like, what was the shit that made you not good?
The bars weren't there. I couldn't really hold the beat. I mean,
I had one flow and I could never shake it, and niggas kept telling me, yo man, like, you gotta switch that shit up. I'm like, what? I am switching it. Like, nah, nigga, you rap in the same way. And it was always like dun da 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 dun da 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 dun da da da. Like, that's how I what was that? I'll never forget. Like, of all this shit, is one line that stuck with me for like shit. What was that, like 25 years now? Mm-hmm. Shit. I something tutty, tutty. I jack beats like Puffy. I get bitches wide out like OJ McDuffie. But it was just like, Puffy, I jack beats, and I get bitches wide out like OJ McDuffie. But my entire shit was like that. Like it wasn't like, and then to get into like the actual flow. Like, no, that was my flow. Fucking trash.
To be fair, I'm gonna give you credit for rhyming Puffy with OJ McDuffie.
Dog, I was because
niggas.
When you make fucking whack jokes, when you make jokes all the time and you roast niggas and shit, you like there's a creativity in there, right? Like, you know, I'm sure there's a creativity that is. I'm gonna tell you why. Like, okay, so this is getting deep in the weeds. Me and my cousin Proof and Boss and all of us at the same, like, we used to make these like whack jokes, like just the whacker the better. Like, I guess people call them dad jokes, but like this shit is even whacker than a dad joke. And they had a family member who came and visited one summer, and one of them, she was like fucking awful at making these whack jokes, but she didn't realize that they were whack. She thought she was funny. And so we was dying because the shit was so whack, and we named it Wackadoo. We called that shit, she made a wackadoo. We call her Princess Wackadoo because all her jokes was whack. But then after she left in the summer, niggas just kept doing that shit and kept deeper and deeper and worse with that shit. Like, just no matter what, like niggas would be talking and a nigga would make a whack joke about it. And it, like some shit like, what's I'll give you, okay, so the shit kept spreading. So now all the niggas in Dreamville do that shit now, right? Like fucking Cole will do that shit every once in a while. This nigga, y'all know Omen, right? Omen is the fucking, like, we get scared sometimes that this nigga doesn't know how to talk anymore. Omen literally just communicate. So I'm gonna give you a great example. It was from Dreamville Fest. The first day we all got in town. We all said, let's go out and get lunch. Where are we going? We're going to this food court. But like 12 of us was there. And my homie Mark was telling a story about like, when we went to this party and they didn't have no Casamigos, and so I had to go grab the Casamigos or whatever. And Omen just sitting there like stroking his chin. And I'm like, and he's like, I got a question. Said, so like, what was it about like the homie house that y'all didn't have? Like that y'all weren't welcome or what? And we're like, what are you talking about? Like Casamigos. And we're like, this. That's how he does this shit. He always does this shit with a question to make it seem like he's interested in the conversation. He's not. He just wants to make these fucking jokes. But it's like, Proof was the one that
joke.
Dog, but and it's gotten worse since he's become an actual dad. Like, but Proof was the one that told me, he's like, if you think about it, every fucking rapper punchline is a whack fucking joke. Real G's move in silence like lasagna. Like, that's a whack joke. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, you're right. It's like, get it? Because you want somebody to get it.
Exactly.
Oh, y'all niggas ain't. Remember like Cassidy did that shit? Niggas was like, he kept trying. Yeah.
When he's doing the fucking battle, right? That shit was
yeah. And niggas
is that
like,
Philadelphia's native son, Cassidy?
Yes.
He's he is definitely from Philadelphia. Yes.
Okay. I was waiting for you to say he's from Bryn Mawr or some shit like that.
No. I'm not going to do Cassidy like that. Cassidy is 100% from Philly.
But yeah, long story short,
I think he's uptown.
Now have A&R the project and trust my ear a little bit. I'll be letting niggas know if shit whack, but I also make niggas fix shit. So to that point,
you gotta write a book, bro.
This nigga Trey, man, I'm telling you, man.
You just be so casually, just be, this
nigga Trey has lived a life, and it's kind of weird. Trey, you're the only other person I know, other than me, who can say like, I've lived multiple ass lives. This nigga Trey been an athlete, been an educator, been an A&R, been in advertising, been a podcaster, been a sports writer. Like, this nigga lived multiple full ass lives. It's like, okay, that's one life, yo, man. It's truly, yo, one day you're gonna have a life story, like a biopic or some shit.
That shit'll be funny. I want
don't have no nut ass
Let me-
nigga play me when we do the
I was gonna
podcast
say-
either, bro.
I was gonna say, I want to make sure he's.
Hey, starring Jeffrey Wright as Big Jerv.
Yo, that would be amazing. I can just see it now. Yo, I'm about to tweet that just randomly right now. Picture it, like if you know, you know.
Hey, coming soon.
Coming
Coming
soon.
soon to a theater
Coming
near,
soon.
to a streaming service near you.
But yeah, no, I just got hope in a lot of niggas. I believe I don't like the dream kill.
No, I want to know this shit. Trey, who plays Trey?
Jackie
plays
Long.
Okay.
Who plays me?
I don't know. You get to
The
pick
ball
up,
from the
Bill
homie
Bellamy.
from, wow. That's
Fuck
better
it, Bill.
than what I was gonna
Bill
say.
Bellamy.
What were you gonna say? What were you gonna say, Jerv?
What's that show that used to come on NBC? Parks and Recreation.
Oh, Aziz? Come on, man. That nigga ain't even black. Come on, man. Nah, you
This
bugging.
nigga wild.
You bugging, but at the same
Hey,
time,
let's go to Power, man.
no, hold on. At the same time, I'm not mad at it because Aziz is funny as fuck, so I would allow it. You know who I thought he was gonna say? I swear to God, because some nigga said this shit to me one time, and this shit stuck with me forever. It was in my feelings. Nigga said, "Fucking the nigga that played Juana Man." Dog, I got so heated. I was like, "This nigga doesn't look nothing like me."
Oh my God. It's just head shape in the hair, bro.
Fuck that shit, man. Legend. Shout out to the legend, but yo,
Yeah, nah,
that
he
nigga's
funny,
not
though.
playing.
Oh my god.
Joanna Man is still one of the fucking wildest movies I've paid for. I went to the fucking theater
Dog,
to
they
see
used to-
Joanna Man.
dog, They used
Oh
to
my
play that shit
gosh.
on TV all the time.
Oh my God.
All the time. Like every weekend, that shit will be on Comedy Central. Man. I guess we're watching Joanna Man again.
It's always an in-flight movie too that you
That
can
shit
select,
could
too.
never be played ever. There go Jerv. There go Jerv. Arnold from fucking Westworld.
Yo, let's go Power, bro. We're overtime, bro.
Okay. Oh shit. All right. Power. All right. So, oh man, these niggas in Power, man. What the fuck? So I don't even know where to start. First of all, the niggas they're trying to sell the drugs in Newark now. They're trying to expand in Newark. Truck get pulled over. They fuck up the truck driver. The Italians do. So they're like, yo, send the word. We're gonna meet. These niggas don't meet like at a place. The niggas meet in a parking lot. I'm like, the fuck is happening here? They bring like 19 niggas. They roll deep like the Wu-Tang. The motherfuckers come with Rock and her two brothers. That's it. Man, they could have fucked y'all up right then and there.
Could have laid him out.
No shooters, no nothing.
And it's the other thing. If they do that, who's going? Who's
That was a power moment.
Superpower moment. Like, yo, if they laid them out right there, it's not like if it was the opposite. If Rock showed up with 19 niggas and there's only 3 Italians and then they kill him, then it's like you got to answer because the mob is a whole structure. There's a lieutenant, and the lieutenant is and like they got all this stuff. And even then, beyond that, they got the other families that like might cooperate or whatever. Like, yo, you can't take out a made man. That shit is These niggas just show up solo. Like, yo, if you get killed, no one's fucking like. It's not like Unique is gonna come fucking avenge your death, right? You done. It's a wrap. So it's like, I'm like, what the hell are you doing here? Then not only that, I mean, them niggas have a point, right? Like, I hate to be the guy that sides with the white people over the black people. Like, he's kind of got a point. Like, we don't come sell shit in your fucking territory without permission. You don't come into ours, and if you come into ours, like we gonna get a taste. The niggas, I thought the niggas were gonna say no. They didn't even say no. They were like, yeah, you could do it. You gotta give us a cut of the action, which is the price of doing business in most organized crime. This bitch gonna considered rip it up. I'm like, what? And then she's like, oh, Lou, you a bitch. I'm like, what? What are they doing?
Yo, who told you could speak for me?
Hey,
I get that part. I get that. That's some bullshit.
When she called them noodle niggas, I laughed.
Yeah, like I was like, I
You're
was like,
wild.
I get it when she said like, yo, you don't speak for me. But okay, that's fucking one thing.
She's been establishing her dominance over these last couple of episodes too.
Yeah,
but
it's got to mean something.
No, she about to get up out of here. But
you think Rock about to die
soon?
Soon. Not a prediction
because it's gonna be on some shit where she gonna, for one. Well, no, I think eventually she gonna die towards the end.
I mean, she got to at the end of the show, or maybe at some point in the show.
I don't think at some point in the show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where Kanan's adult and he doing all his shit now because apparently, they're going.
Real quick,
start doing dirt together.
Real quick, Bossa Nova. It doesn't even need to be Bossa Nova. Just cut this out of the show. But all right, sorry about that. Go back, and we're black.
But yeah, at the end of the day, it definitely was the most powerific shit.
Dog, that wasn't even. I haven't even gotten to the most powerific shit. There's more. Go ahead, Jerv.
I'm gonna say the most powerific shit was when Kanan opens the door and the mom and the daughter are there, and the daughter is clearly
both bad as fuck.
They're both bad, right? The daughter is clearly letting Kanan know he can have it, and the mom is clearly letting Kanan know he can't have it. Like, in what world does a mom look at what's going on in that apartment right there and say, "Okay, you can stay for a little bit"?
Okay, here we go. You let me count the powerific things. Powerific thing number one. Oh, there's hey, y'all are noisy. Let me bring my fucking daughter with me to this door. Powerific thing number two. Neither of us are dressed in house clothes. We ready to go out. Powerific thing number three. They in room 407 or apartment 407. It said Miss Jenkins, whatever her name is, in 406, whose next fucking door, or at least right across the hall, either or, she gonna complain. But we heard it from 402. Powerific thing number four. Okay, let's get past all that shit. Like you said, a mom will go look in there and be like, okay, you can hang out for a little bit. Shit, smoking weed and niggas is drinking in there, right? Powerific thing number five. After she lets her daughter go in there, she fucking takes the pussy and just Randy Johnson throws that shit at Kanan. Like, get that shit.
Is Kanan in high school yet? Like, where is he at?
These niggas are in high school. Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
I would say that nigga a big ass 8th grader if you thinking that, Jerv.
No, I'm just wondering like what grade he's in high school, because that's just a whole nother that's just crazy.
He probably like 11th grade. That nigga done went to fucking a whole nother state for the summer. He
when the hell is Tommy and Ghost gonna show up then?
No. Oh no, but like Tommy and Ghost are like they're younger. Remember, they the little.
Oh, I thought they were all in school together. Okay.
No, Kanan was the big bro because Kanan was the one that put them on. Kanan's already fucking blown up, like as far as the drug dealing.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that point. We're gonna get to that point where motherfuckers gonna be like, and motherfuckers gonna treat it like it's a Marvel movie and start clapping at the TV when you say, "I'm Ghost, I'm Tommy." Niggas be like,
dog, I never forget. I saw fucking yeah. I saw Infinity War in the theater, and when Thanos did the fucking finger snap and the motherfucker started disappearing, there was a bitch in front of me. He was like, "No!" I'm like, "Do you know how comic books work? Like, the niggas are gonna come back, man. You think they just killed Spider-Man and that's it? Well, that's how he died."
Streets need a body. You gotta always remember that, yo. If the streets don't get the body, then it's possible.
Famous.
Speaking of that, bro, Jukebox and her facial expressions be getting me hot.
The whole show, bro. She's just become an expression. That's all she does. She makes expressions. That's it. That's all she exists for. Open her eyes wide and tremble a little bit every time her pops come through. Yo, I thought. By the way, like I know that nigga fucked up, but also like
he be trying.
I mean, like he's making an effort, man.
What did he do again? Did he kill?
He choked her out. He did he. Oh, did he do some shit with her girl too? Her girl OD'd. That wasn't his fault though.
No,
that was Kanan's fault.
He just got mad because she was lesbian.
She's a lesbian, and then he choked her out. That's like to me. The thing was he fucking choked her out like that. That's
his trigger though. He get uneasy about gay and lesbian, and then he also gets uneasy about when jukebox is brought up. Like, you know what I mean? Because he want to be a parent, but he don't know how to be a parent. But maybe there's some type of trigger when Marvin finds out that she's seen her mom, and he gonna explain.
Well, I think the mom is for sure like that's a false flag right there. Mm-hmm. She acting all cool and holy, and you can come here and live in a fat ass crib in fucking Harlem, beautiful brownstone, big ass crib, like jukebox gonna go to church, but then she gonna find out that jukebox is a lesbian. And she gonna treat her worse than Marvin. Because Marvin at least now is accepted. Like, yo, this is my daughter. This is my daughter. This is her life, right?
Mm-hmm. Shit, she got to go to Maryland soon.
I mean, that's when that's when she becomes a cop. I think. Like, I think at some point the lesbian cop is gonna be like, yo, maybe you should try this shit, and that kind of like divert her life. But even though she's got to be a shooter at some point, right?
She gonna get in trouble and gonna have to go up there and change her life.
The cop is going to help her get away.
Help her get away, and then that's when she gonna start doing her shit up there.
Well, she probably gonna kill somebody like Rock or Marvin or something like that.
She gonna kill Marvin for sure, or her mama. One of them two. One of them two.
She gonna snap for sure.
She gonna snap and kill one of her parents.
And then we gonna get Kanan talking about the cool thing about life. It come back and get you.
One last, the fucking voiceover, yo, Fifth, come on, man, relax. One last thing, Kanan goes to see his uncle in prison.
Oh, that nigga was hilarious.
That shit was another powerific moment, lighter than the other two moments, but still powerific. Where he's like, when he says, "Yo, was DEFCON really my dad?" The nigga flips out for a second. And like, yo, wow, what you like? No. It's just I was just wondering. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, no, nigga, there's no way someone would tell like my nephew would come to me.
Well, you know what though? Remember the word around the streets with DEFCON was.
Yeah, no. The word is that DEFCON was gay.
Oh, I missed that word.
And that's why he getting defensive.
Yeah, like
he's trying to cover up that. Like,
no, but my thing is not that he meant being defensive. Is him dropping his defenses almost immediately after that.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. No. Oh, in that case, like, Rock didn't say anything. Oh, okay, you good. I'm like, I would have been like, no, fuck that. If my nephew came to me and told me, I would like, no, nigga, you need to. You came all the way out here to disrespect my dead brothers. Da da da. Like, that's how I would be. I wouldn't be like.
Also, he janky and he can get some commissary.
Yeah, he's like, hey, put some commissary in your uncle's account.
Yeah, no, he don't want shit.
The price of cigarettes done went up.
Because I feel like Rock made the call to like say that shit to him.
Oh yeah, like yo, don't
throw
say
it
shit.
off. Like, yeah, what did he say? I told you. And like, I think that triggered Kanan like knew that the nigga was bullshitting, so that's why he went to go meet with Howard.
Right. Y'all with me though, right? Well, what I said, whatever it was, Omar Epps is clearly about to die, right?
The nigga's got cancer, bro. Like, he's
no. He beat that shit. He beat the cancer after
he still can't fuck. Like, he's like, ugh, he always looks like he's about to die.
Yeah, that doesn't mean he has cancer just because he can't fuck.
He had his son on his brain while he was getting some yams, and he could you know.
That's
what that nigga rolled over. What's wrong?
Ridiculous. Yo, real quick.
He be stunning her too.
Last thing before, he's like, yo, are you a whole philosopher? I'm like, damn, nigga, I know you paying her, but still, come on, man, that's not nice.
Respect.
I was like, that's not polite, sir. Real quick before we get out of here, I know we ran a little late today. Do you guys watch This Fool on Hulu?
I need to check it out.
Dog, let me tell you something right now. This show is so fucking funny.
Can I stop you right there?
What's up?
You do realize that's the show that I told you about 3 weeks ago that you said, I can't wait to watch this shit so that I can pick it apart and just tell you how trash it is.
Dog,
thank you.
Jerv, that shit is so fucking funny, man.
Thank you.
The fucking Luis, that nigga makes me die. The episode where that nigga keep quoting Austin Powers. Does that make you Randy? He come in with the fucking dinosaur. Dog, yo, Trey, Trey, 10 out of 10. 10 and it's a very LA show. So you're gonna really like it. It's more the essay shit than anything else, but like you're gonna Trey, you're gonna love it. I think Dan's the one that tweeted something about it that made me check it out because he said it was a good. Yeah, I think Dan said it was a good show or whatever. Dog, that show is so goddamn funny, man. Yeah, that's a funny show. Yo, when the nigga said the nigga said P-22 gonna come devour us, and she said, "Did you just learn the word devour today?" Devour, yo, that show, dog. I'm telling you, Trey. I'm not saying we gotta review it. I'm just telling you that shit is fucking funny, man. I'm in tears watching that show. I still haven't finished it. I just finished episode 7, I think. So I still got a couple more. But damn, like I had like Jerv. Respect. Thank you. That's all I ask, man. I take shit, my TV like, recommendations rather serious. I'm gonna tell you this: if it were a show that was week to week, I would absolutely say let's review that shit. Let's talk to Chris Estrada, who's the guy who plays Julio. His main rival, Julio Tambien. What you call's in it too, Trey? Weebay. Weebay's in it. Yeah, he's in it. He come to me. It's like, bring your boys. I'm gonna bring my boys. Old ass niggas. That nigga brought a cardboard cutout. That's wild. Dog, it's a funny ass show. All right. That's gonna do it for us here today, man. Thanks to Trey. Thanks to Big Jerv. Remember, patreon.com/countthethings. Become a Patreon. If you already one, thank you. Tell someone else to become a Patreon. Let's get this shit. We got watch-alongs coming. Football season's here. Trey's real excited for his Rams. Jervis real excited for his Eagles. I don't give a shit, but I'll come here and I'll talk shit against them every week if I will. And remember, check out the Overflow. We're doing Game of Thrones, whatever, House of the Dragons, whatever it's called, them dragons. We're doing that. So check that out tomorrow on the Overflow if you are a Patreon. Until next time, I'm reminding you to stay black, motherfuckers.